Hello YouTube, this is Luigi the Fourth, and I'm going to show you guys a self-mill deck. So here we go. So I'll start with the creatures, and then I'll go down in mana cost. And so we got the Birds of Paradise right up here. You know, they're pretty simple. They ramp you, they fix your mana, and yeah, not much else to say about it. Then we got Boneyard Wurm. It's power and toughness equal to the number of creatures in your graveyard, which is great because you're just milling creatures like crazy. There's only 18 in the deck, but usually that thing's about a 4/4 when you play it, which is really nice. Splinterfright, which is like the father to Boneyard Wurm. It's just better. It costs 1 more mana, but it's got trample, and it mills you 2 each upkeep, which can be kind of annoying, but it's better because it's got trample. Then we got Armored Skaab. It's a 1/4 for 2 and a blue, and it mills you 4 when it comes in. It's really, really nice because milling 4, you know, and not keeping anything is really great because sometimes, you know, with like Tracker's Instincts or something, you want to get a creature in the yard, but instead you get it into your hand. Plus it comes attached to a 1/4 zombie. And then just 1 Lab Maniac and 1 Mirror-Mad Phantasm. And so you would say, like, why not have more? Well, the Mirror-Mad Phantasm, I've only got 1 because when you shuffle it in, if you've got 4 in there, then you're more likely to hit one like 6 cards later. But if you've got 1, you're more likely to hit one, you know, like 20 cards later. And then the Lab Maniac, there's only 1, well, I'll explain that later. So then we got 4 Dream Twist up here. It's my other 1-drop, which is really nice. Plus then if I don't have a 2-drop, I can flash it back. You know, it mills you from the graveyard, which is just awesome, and flashback's a great ability. So here we got a bit of a motley crew. Memory's Journey, which is what I use to get the Lab Maniacs back. If you know, they get milled, which is, you know, 90% of the time. Mulch, which is probably the worst card in the deck. It's the only one that doesn't have flashback. That's a sorcery or an instant, and so that just really, really hurts it. You know, it's like a land getting milled. And then Think Twice, which is really awesome because there's only 1. Because with the Lab Maniac, what I can do is just Memory's Journey the Lab Maniac back into the deck. Next turn, draw it, and then think twice. And then if they try to kill it, just think twice in response, and then think twice happens first, and I win the game before they even get to bolt the Lab Maniac, or I guess Pillar of Flame, the Lab Maniac now. Tracker's Instincts. This is a really, really sweet card. 1 and a green to cast, 2 and a blue to flashback. You know, you can just get a creature in your hand if you need one, and it's also just a card I flash back 90% of the time when I need to flash something back. Gnaw to the Bone is really what makes this deck, you know, work. It just holds them off so long. Like, usually turns 1, 2, and 3, you're just milling yourself and just taking loads of damage. But then, right around turn 5, you can just flash back a Gnaw to the Bone and get, like, 14 life. And then they've got to do it all over again. And then there's 4 in the deck, so I'm getting up to, like, 53 with those guys. And then 3 Spider Spawning. I would have 4, but there's just not enough there's just too many good cards in the deck. And 3 works pretty well. It's just a bunch of blockers, and they become attackers. You know, if you only need so many of them to block, it's just awesome. And the way I flash them back is with birds, just FYI. So then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 forests, and 1 Rootbound Crag, which I'll explain in a second. But I don't have the money for duels, so there's that explained. And then 10 islands. So then the sideboard's over here. I've got 4 Flashfreeze for against red-green decks, obviously. Ancient Grudge, which is what the Rootbound Crag is for. You know, casting it from your hand. Usually you're going to mill it, so you just flash it back for the green. But sometimes you get it in your hand and you need Rootbound Crag. And then 3 Negates. And so the sideboard is incomplete. I did have 4 Silent Departures on the deck in the sideboard, but then I created a Burning Vengeance deck that needed those in it. So I need 4 more sideboard cards, and of course I could take off an Ancient Grudge. I could take off a Flashfreeze maybe to make more room for the sideboard. So please tell me what else to run in the sideboard. So that pretty much concludes this. Thanks for watching, and bye.